Let's go, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the LA Poker Roundup. As always, I am your host, Ty Dobberton, and our co host, Derek Kwan, will be joining us soon. He is currently traveling and in Vegas, somewhere around the Paris Hotel. If you're walking around there, you might spot him rushing to get back. He's going to dial in pretty soon. It is currently June 3rd, 2025, and this is episode 87 of the LA Poker Roundup, which is kind of split LA Vegas today, I guess you could call it. I actually just returned from Vegas a couple days ago. Went up there for some other things and for the Mystery Millions, and now I have tagged out, and Derek is up there, I believe, for the shootout and probably a few other events. Man, it is crawling with LA Blasters already. So if you are in Vegas, say hi. Look around for your buddies, and just good luck. I did not have a lot of great luck up there last week, but we will get back to that. We are going to start, as always, with the results that we can find. It's been a few weeks. There hasn't been a ton going on around LA, but we do have to get you caught up with all the results from the circuit. We last caught up with you during the last week of the circuit event. So why don't we head on over and talk about the last rings? Let's see here. Oh my goodness. All right. Give me a minute, guys. Apologies. Derek didn't show up, so I got all out of my routine. 1 second. All right. That's more like it. So the end of the circuit, we were doing the episode as the main event of the circuit here in LA was wrapping up, and we covered and watched the last hand just after it took place, where Mr. Art, I'm probably gonna mess his name up, but Art Papazian, local cash game legend and guy who just seems to mosey on down to main events, WPT main events, circuit main events, whatever, and just wins them at will. He took down first prize in that thing, heads up, taking down Luis Concha with that big pocket four versus pocket, I believe, tens hand. So congratulations to Art. Congratulations to Luis. Third place, Adam Swan. Fourth place, Nick Shkolnik. Fifth place, Noel Rodriguez. Sixth place, Phil Locke. Seventh place, David Avina. Eighth place, Yan Dang. And ninth place, Paul Heiser. Plenty of local blasters and tourney regs in the group, as well as some of these more a couple out-of-towners and folks like Art who just pop in to win. All right. Other events that happened that week. Let's go. There was also event number 14, the $600 Torse event, mixed game. And that is clearly superior to horse because limit hold'em is boring. Who wouldn't want to play triple draw? I know I would much rather play limit triple draw, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So congratulations to Mr. Matthew Cursor, who took down this ring, taking down Andrew Lavender in second place. Third place, Raymond Roshin. Fourth place, Aaron Gold. Fifth place, Eric Prince. Sixth place, David Brookshire, name we read off pretty much every single mixed game tournament during the LAPC, if I recall. Seventh place, Ryan McKnight. And eighth place, Marshall Ragier. I don't know if there's 9 seats at a Taurus final table, but if there is, also congrats to Daniel Geyser. Local, I think, didn't he? Is that the name of the fella who created Taurus? Maybe it is. So congrats to all of those final tablists. All right. Moving on to event number 12, the multi-day $600 100K guarantee. That ended up having a pretty healthy number of entries as well. If I recall, it was around 700. Congratulations to Juiced Shippers from, I believe, the Netherlands. Took down a ring and $37,000. Hold on a moment here. Let me just... So we've got Derek coming in. Let me get him set up here. 1 second, guys. This is what happens when one of us is on travel. All right, hold on. You're not on yet. Yeah, you're not on yet. 1 second. All right. So now they can hear you here. And all right, welcome to the show, Derek.
Hello.
Joining us from
everyone.
boiling hot Paris.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Paris is okay. It's just the Versailles Tower.
Oh, it's the Versailles Tower. All right, joining us from the boiling hot Versailles Tower. If you are in Paris, Versailles Tower tonight, apologies. I feel for you. Try and get some comp, man. I hear the power was out when Derek showed up. They knew he was coming. They decided to give him a little treat.
Yeah, it dimmed the lights literally.
Yeah, right. Uh, all right. So we were just going through the rest of the WSOPC results from May, wrapping up at Commerce. So I was just talking about Mr. Juiced Shippers taking down this $600 bet. In second place this event, our very own blaster, Anthony Tony Denove, getting second place, almost getting a hold of his ring to go with his bracelet. Third place, old Mike Escandiari. Fourth place, Brian Hubert. Fifth place, Robert Elliott. Sixth place, number one field reporter Frank Lynn. Seventh place, Mark Spitaleri. Eighth place, Luis Agosto. Ninth place, Wild Rob Gill. And 10th place, Steven Lichtenberger. So congrats to that whole final table.
Nice work, everyone.
Right, moving right along to event 15, the $2,200 8 Max High Roller. This one was taken down by Mr. Michael Cetera, who apparently started day two at the very bottom of the standings and climbed his way to the very top, taking down Or Nazer for over 50 grand and the ring. Third place, Matthew Lambrecht. Fourth place, Maxwell Young. Fifth place, Osvaldo Mejia. Sixth place, Kenneth Hiroshi. I believe that's Mr. Global Kenny. Seventh place, Alex Mossman. And eighth place, Richard Green. Ninth place, David Singaltico. Congrats to all of them. A couple other blasters hitting the cash there. 13th, Jared Griner. 15th, Mark Robinson. Congrats to those locals.
Nice work. And Mike Sotera is somebody who we follow each other on Twitter, and we've interacted quite a bit. He didn't introduce himself to me. He just started calling me like Derek at one of the tables, and I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but then it ended up being him. And I forgot what his username is on WSOP, but I think I played with him a few times too. I also played that event, but fortunately, didn't make it past day one. He ran pretty bad there. That one.
Well, I mean that's okay. You had a number of final tables and caches. I guess you just have to take the one off. That one, unless you won it, that wasn't going to get you up and catch you up to. I don't even think if you won it, that wasn't going to catch you up to old Player of the Year #1. So it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Derek. All right, moving on to event number 16. The $600 XL Bounty had 217 entries, and that was won by Hao Shan Huang, who apparently this is his second ring. So congrats. Second place, Alfred Pacheco. Third place, speaking of, Elvin Bayo. Fourth place, Jorge Alba, or George. Fifth place, I guess that's an I, Ilya Savesky. Sixth place, David Avina. Seventh place, Sherwin Ross. Ninth place, I don't know why he didn't write the full thing out this time, but Mike Escandiari. And ninth place, Armin Ariepetian. So congrats to that final table as well.
Nice work. Matt Elvin, this dude just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a non GTO guy that is just so consistent. I mean, it's crazy.
if only there was some way we could reward him for his stellar year. We'll think about that. Event 17, the $600 8 Max No Limit Hold'em, was 186 entries and ended up doubling its guarantee, which was actually pretty mild for this series, to be honest. And the winner of this was Mr. Tom Duong, not Tom Dwan, Tom Duong. This is his first circuit ring, so congrats. This final table was also had a couple notable local blasters at it, but number 2, I just read this name, I believe. Congrats in second place finisher, Elijah Savavesky. Third place, Andrew Banoob. Fourth place, local blaster, Michael Danley. Fifth place, right behind him, Fausto Valdez. Sixth place, Juice Shippers. So he got a first place a couple days earlier, and then he just gets sixth in this. Seventh place, Vince Salvatore, more LA locals. Eighth place, Mr. Xander Stone. He should probably have a blaster ship next to him too, Frank. So we know Xander. So congrats. And other notable caches, Alti Fung, Kwok Lee, Audley Harrison, James Kazono, Edward Liu, Sonny Wong, Franklin got 12th, just missing final table, and Eugene Tito bubbled the final table in 10th. Oh, actually, it's a 8 max, so I guess he soft bubbled the final table. And if I
I think this is
recall,
the one I
Derek
was
was too
thinking, right?
sick to show up by then
Yeah.
because this was
It's
also the
crazy. I
day
feel like
of the tag team event.
I'm actually still not fully recovered. This is insane.
Well, you get older, it gets harder to recover from sicknesses. I can tell
So,
firsthand too, man. You can tell I'm feeling a little congested still myself. Later in the day was the tag team event, though, a non-ring event, unfortunately. And I remember Derek was sick this day because we were supposed to play in this together.
I was really disappointed.
Yeah, but it's okay. Mr. Commerce Poker Pro, #1 field reporter Frank Lynn tagged in for Derek. I got there, and while Frank was still playing and getting his 12th place in the 8 max, I held it down for us just long enough for us to get back together as a team and bust our first bullet. But we got back in there, and we battled back, and we ended up in 4th place, ultimately going down to this smiling pair here, who ended up winning the thing, Team Dog Dads, which is Kevin Taylor and Andrew Cha. When we were four-handed, Frank got into a massive flip with, I believe it was with Andrew. I think Andrew had like 7s or something, and Frank had ace queen of clubs for us, and the winner of that hand would get the chip lead. And they had us covered by just a little bit, probably fewer than 5 big blinds, I'd say. And we flopped a flush draw and 2 overs, and I don't know how we missed. I think we even turned a gut shot straight draw, and we still missed. It was pretty brutal. But congrats. The other teams who finished near the top of this thing was, it's hard to find in this format. There we go. The other cashers, we have second place was, he goes by something easier to say, but Wei Kwang Zhao and Tianping Xu. They got second place. Wei got second in the housewarming last year, if you recall. Third place was Mason Westlake and Andrew Cadera. I believe they were a pairing that was put together. They both wanted to play and didn't have partners. Were put together at the last minute there. Fourth place, Frank and I, LA Poker Roundup team. We got pretty respectable showing, I think. Fifth place, Allison Odell and Sarah Abbott. Sixth place, Loida Quintanilla. Oh, was that Kevin's wife or someone? And Heather Tralla.
Oh, maybe.
That name sure sounds right. She does play. I wasn't even thinking of it, though. Seventh, Troy Parkins and Jonathan Russell. And eighth, Eric Wilson, Randy Freeman. So that's top 8. Congratulations to that top 8. I think that was the final table. We probably had 9. Walter Myers and Dean Myers. Little father-son combo for the final table. Congrats. And there was some overlay on this, guys. So if they do this again, which, I don't know if they will or not because there's overlay, but show up, man. There's some money coming out. It's a really fun event. Super fun. We need more events and formats where we can do some rooting for the people at the table. We need more audiences, and we need more of a fun atmosphere. It's definitely, poker can be fun, guys. It can be fun. So definitely show up. All right, the final
rings on it. Stick to rings on it, because you get a bracelet for a tag team event.
Yeah, if you put rings on it, that'd be one thing. Yeah, if they gave rings away, it would definitely make a lot more people show up. But that would eat up one of our ring events, so we'd have to, you'd have to see.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a limited number per stop. The final event of our circuit that did have a ring was that big $400 double stack with the 100K guarantee that ended up with a total prize pool of $277,000. It had 842 entries in a single day $400 tournament. It was insane, and I did not get a stack at all. I think, if I recall, this is one of those days where you just need to run pure. 842 people, man. Whew, you put your chips in and you just pray until you get yourself a stack, because there's a lot to wade through. So 127 people cashed this one-day tournament. It was pretty crazy. And what ended up happening was Chris Whitaker ended up winning this whole thing for $45,000 in a one day for $400. That's
crazy.
Insane. Over 100 times insane. You're buying. Over 100 times you're buying. It's like 110.
What was the guarantee on this one again?
The guarantee on this was 100K. So, half, 50% of the guarantee, which is wild. Yeah, 100 and so it's 100, just a simple 112 buy-ins or something. Easy game. Second place, Jimmy Borlin. Sorry. Third, Bijan Atain, whatever. Fourth, Rick Meshamil. Good old slick Rick here. Ricky Mickey. He's making a good push. Tried his hardest to get up there in the Player of the Year, and you'll see that in a minute. So great standing, great showing by Rick. Late Reg Master. 5th place, George Calfayan. 6th place, Thomas Villa. 7th place, James Huang. 8th place, James Pei. 9th place, Miranda Sebastian. And 10th place, Ray Roca, former Commerce Pro from last year, So way to go to all of you guys. So that covers the circuit. Man, I know you were sick and you wanted the points, but you probably were in a healthier state of mind for having missed that one, Derek. I think it would have driven you nuts. That was an absolute
just seeing you guys. Just seeing you guys in the chat, I was actually like glad I did.
It was an absolute zoo. All right, so let's keep going with results for a little bit here. So the World Series is obviously started immediately after our circuit. It is now in full swing. We are in the second week of the World Series of Poker. Things are underway. The Mystery Million has come and gone, and one of the Mystery Millions winners, this man, the luckiest man in poker, perhaps. I really think this is probably the luckiest man in poker. You may know him as Pai Gao Tom, but now we're just gonna, I don't even know, like, this guy wins the massive 6 million Pai Gao jackpot a couple years ago, and then this year just puts out a tweet, says, I'm just gonna win this, I'm just gonna draw the million mystery bounty, and then just like not come back until the main event. And here he is with the number one field reporter who wished him luck beforehand. And he just did it. He pulled it. He pulled one of the two $1 million mystery bounties. So holy cow, way to go, Tom.
I just basically hit 2 of the gambling lotteries.
Yeah, it's insane.
That we have.
Mr. Tom Zeno. So that's just wild. So that is clearly the luckiest man in poker, no doubt about it. And also, this isn't a result, but quick shout out. I guess Mr. Doug is doing better. He's made some progress with recovery, and he was able to go to a rehab center instead of being in the hospital. And he's able to speak some words, and so he is on the road to recovery somewhat. So love to hear it. Get better. Get well, Doug. Man, there's a little bit of noise around your hotel room, or are you in the lobby?
I'm actually in one of the tournament rooms.
You're in the tournament room? Oh, no one. Oh, are you in the corner of like the Normandy or something? Oh, you're in the deep stack room.
Yeah, basically.
Look at that. Derek can turn around and give us a live report from there. If there's any LA Blasters in the probably the Normandy, go find Derek if you want a quick interview. Tell your friends. All right. So, having been about a week of this so far, we have number one field reporter's been working his butt off to look through and find the blasters he can who have cashed so far. So let's go. This is why I was okay with starting without you, Derek. I was going to have a lot of names to read here, so here we go. Let's start with event number. This isn't event number 1. Was number 2? Whatever. The Mystery Millions. Some cashes from LA Blasters. Here we go. Wissam Gashan got min cash. Tyler Cormney, Mike Nia, Matt Salzberg, Jordan Reed, Eugene Tito. I guess he's not final table. Didn't final table this year, but he did cash. David Singotiko, Beth Hall, Andrew Ostapchenko, Ari Engel, Mohammed Pormandi, Jeremy Hambone Hamey, Turbo Win, Paul Win, Lamb Win. They're all grouped together here. Imran Mukadi, Alexander Avila, Kevin Babian, Derek Gregory, David the Dragon Pham, Frank Lynn, and Prince Kessel and Phil Locke, all cashing the, but I don't know if that's day 2 yet. All cashing the millions. Still moving on. We have Jesse Jarigue, Anthony, Tony Denove, Lang Lee, Tony Huang, Evgeny Sirenov. Now we are in the bounty day, so now we're in the people who have made day 2. I think probably starting with Jesse or so. Rick Meshamil got 375th. Behzad Tarani, Osman Darden, Adam Volton, Paul Lee got 282nd. Kyung Min Lee, Sohal Khalili got 145th. Tigran Abgarian, Elvis Tumis 141. Wei Zhang Zong 26th. Daniel Strelitz 3rd. And I believe some honorable blasters as well. Mr. Wesley from HCL final tabled this thing as well. So congrats to everyone in the Mystery Millions. Whew.
It's good to see all the success from the blasters, and I love how Daniel Strelitz is 3rd place, 430K, just kind of stuck on there at the end. Yeah, just third, 430K.
No big deal. So Oh, I think also. No, he's not a blaster. Never mind. I played a couple bullets in this thing. Could not get anywhere. I got pretty close to a min cash on one of the bullets, but just classic lose a flip. Moving on to event number 3, the 5K. No limit hold'em 8-handed. So we have cashing here, starting from bottom to best finish. Let's go. Peter Cross got 101st for 10K. Danny Wong got 95th. Christopher Doan got 76. Paul Heiser, 69th. And look at this. Fong Turbo win, 12th place. Almost final table. Nice job, guys.
Almost final table. Man.
Almost. Event 4, the 1500. And by the way, Frank, you are the man. This is amazing. Event number 4, the 1500 limit Omaha 8 or better. Ariangel, Jay Hong, Michael Fujimoto, all cashing. And Jason Brawl getting 40th. So congrats to the Blasters cashing that event. 5th place, the $5,000 pot limit Omaha 8-handed. We had Alan Lee getting 109 and Noel Rodriguez getting 6. Event 6.
It's Noel Rodriguez kid, man. His name just keeps coming up, man. I think he got drafted and got made.
Oh yeah, he's a blaster. Got himself drafted, huh? He must play a lot of mixed and do well.
I don't know if he plays that much mix. I think he's just now really well known and focused on.
Well, they may have wanted to think about drafting Mr. Alan Lee because I know he's the one you talked to about the solver, right? He loves mixed games and it looks like he's firing hard, as we'll see in a minute.
Alan actually definitely got drafted. I think he went for like $20.
Oh, great! Yeah, yep. He's the one that did the mixed game solver with you, right? Rather, he did it and talked to you about it. Was that him? Or am I getting?
Oh no, that wasn't.
Someone else?
Yeah, that was someone else.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Moving on to event 6, the 1500 limit 7-card stud. Frank Odell got 50th. Craig Chait 28th. Number 8, the dealer's choice 6-handed $1,500. Carol Fuchs. Oh yeah, I remember reading that name for a different win up in Vegas. Linda Fong Tran, Alan Lee. Speaking of, and Gina Hecht. And this is why you would want to draft Alan. Just on this page of results, I see his name 3 times because here. For event number 9, the $10,000 limit Omaha High-Low 8 or better championship 8-handed, he got 14th. So that's a lot of nice little point grabs right there.
That's why this guy went for $20 or whatever.
Yep, the $1,500 dealer's choice now. The $1,500 dealer's choice event 8. Carol Fuchs again, Linda Fong Tran, Alan Lee, and Gina Hecht. Gina getting 17th. So congrats there. Event 9.
What the heck? Another Alan Lee. Jeez.
Yeah, right. Every single one of these mixed things in a row. The 10K limit Omaha High-Low 8 or better championship. Alan Lee, 14th. All right, the $600 no limit hold'em deep stack, which had over 6,000 entries. All right, some LA cashers here. Raymond Ho, Hake Kurumian, Frank Lynn got 775 for cashing. Rob Gill 774. Wow, they went out back to back. Paul Heiser cashed. Alfred Cho, Guy Haviv, Nikhil Guerra, Jared Greiner, Kevin Song, Lang Lee, Baby Shark Christina Gollins got 138th, Gary Blackwood got 4th, and Kenneth Kim, guess he has a banner up or something at the bike already. This isn't quite enough to get you a banner at the World Series, but it will get you a bracelet. Congratulations, Kenneth Kim, first place for the win, got himself a bracelet. Surprised Frank didn't pull the picture of that. I saw that picture earlier. Let me see if I can find it down here. Here we go. Kenneth Kim. Bam. LA Blaster wins his first bracelet in the 600 deep stack. I think it was called deep stack. Yep. Way to go. For 300 grand. A little over 300 grand. Nice. All right. Well, that is all I have now for results. Phew. I'm going to take a little break. Let Derek talk a little bit because that was a lot. Derek, how was your trip? How's Vegas?
I just got here. Not great so far. I mean, walking here, they told me that power's out in the reside room, and they're like, "Do you want to switch to Paris?" And I was thinking, I bet that power's got to come back on tonight, right? So I was like, I'll stay. I'll come back down if it doesn't come back on. But it's been a couple of hours, and I don't really see any progress. I don't know what's going on.
Still no power up in your room, so you're sitting in the Normandy tournament room. Hey, well, you know what? You could fire some satellites. I mean, like.
Yeah, I gotta play a shot tomorrow.
Blast, you're pretty good. Well, but you will have to look. I know you're best at the satellites where you don't have to look at your cards or even play. Just open your phone up later and they just hand you money.
Yeah, why isn't that running already?
Yeah, man? Are you entered in that? Is there one going right now?
I think Frank said it's not till like later.
Okay, you'll have to wait till your next trip.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I mean, that's like 1 in 10K shot. I'm betting that you would win one of those. You know what I mean? Or probably even more. So I think I already blew my one time.
All right, well,
I
I'm
won
gonna have
last
to
year, but
try
we'll
it.
see.
I'm gonna have to try it this year or something. I'm gonna have to shoot my shot to get in that way.
Yeah.
Um, so what are you up there to play? What are you gonna be playing this week? How long are you staying?
Just a couple of days just to play the shootout. And whatever's going on online, probably.
Mm,
If I have any downtime.
that's literally it. Just a shootout and online.
Yeah, there's actually nothing else really going on this week with the classes starts, and I can't stay for that, so I just gonna get a shootout.
Jeez, you really love that shootout. Make a special trip just for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, you hear that, LA? Kevin, let's give it a shot. Someone put a shootout on the schedule for us back home.
Oh my God,
Let's go.
Kevin! If you put a shootout on the schedule, I'd be
Kevin,
so happy. And you
Jeff,
know what? Like,
anybody.
there's kind of like no downside to that. You get all the downs. There's not anything weird like a heads up. Yeah, let's get shootouts.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? Here's my strategy if you really want to try and get it to fit in there. Run it over the course of like the whole series. So like instead of running nightly sat out, run like a nightly shootout table or something, Like have days where you're kind of dedicating more to, but just like have like the starting days spread out. You just be like, "Hey, guys, you can just do a shootout day and we'll go." Maybe that's not the best because you won't get everyone there at once, but it would also let you just run it kind of casually. So I don't know. Think about it.
Yeah, I kind of like it just getting done.
Get a big full day, sure. Get a big full day, but like if people just show up later, like if people want to late reg, just let them late reg forever, right? Like make sure your day you can just keep regging all day long. Like let them run the clock themselves or something. No,
How can you do? Well, I mean, I think you have to have everybody at the table to
because you have to
start.
wait for round two. I was thinking of it a multi-day thing. I guess one day is just all day ones, just let them run tables all day
Yeah.
long like crazy. Then like the next day is
There's
day
no,
two,
there's no real late retro shootout.
right?
Basically,
Yeah, as
like
soon
you
as your
can start
table goes, you
like,
go. All right.
yeah,
Oh, in the World Series, they strictly limit the entries because they know they're gonna max out, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I
They
guess that's
capped it.
different. If you cap it and you know you're gonna hit the number, that lets you plan really well as well. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
Jeremy's
actually
still
running
in.
into the
Nice.
same. Yeah, they're running into the same time as the Colossus, so it's gonna be interesting to see what the space looks like.
All right. Hey, Lay. Good luck, Jeremy. Let's go. I believe Jeremy's playing the what is it? The $600 PLO or the something like that. So don't remember the bind. So congrats there. All right. Yeah, I was up there myself last week, and you know what? I think I made a mistake. I was in town for work already, and I'm like, this is great. I'll just stay. I'll play after. I'll just, stay the days afterwards, play that weekend. But I tell you what, I'm getting too old for this stuff too. I don't like traveling anymore. It's only 4 hour drive. It's not that bad, but it's still exhausting. But I was getting up and doing such like work was long hours and long drives and days, and I was exhausted by that first day, and I was tired all week. And I think I got a cold. I don't think I picked up a nasty flu or anything, but I think I picked up a little something, or else it was allergies or something. And I just wasn't feeling good like all week, and I'm still, as I said, you can kind of tell I'm a little stuffed up right now. So whatever you got at Commerce, that was bad, and I think I just got a little exhaustion cold out there. I gotta, guys. Plugging well, you're just lighting your money on fire, right? So you gotta take care of yourself.
It was really good advice too, just because he was a poker player and he probably still plays poker, so he just kind of knows like the very specifics of their struggles and their schedules. And he's also intimately familiar with like the strip and all the places to eat. So it was a really good episode. Yeah.
Yeah, so go check that out and listen, especially if you're like us and you're starting to be older than you feel. We're still acting like we're in our 20s, and I tell you what, I just ain't like that anymore. I
I
need my
think you're
sleep.
actually pretty fortunate. I mean, Vegas diseases are disgusting, man. You come back and you're just like dying of like some weird alien like virus.
Yeah.
So I think you got off pretty easy. But yeah, that commerce one I got, geez, that was one of the worst sicknesses I've ever had.
Well,
It was really bad.
the other tough part about it is last week was apparently like record highs for that time of year in Vegas. So just running around in the record highs and also jumping in, you go from the record highs to the cold poker rooms to the record highs to the AC. It's tough on you, man. It's tough. I tell you what, it's not fun getting old. So yep, I went up there, fired a couple bullets in the mystery bounty. I played a few satellites, man. Had some frustrating poker. I had a little fun in them cash streets, but I stone bubbled the satellite I played in the room you're in. Painful. I already don't like satellites. I just stone bubble it, and then the flip there to get close to the money and everything. It's standard poker stuff, but it's all good. But With the World Series happening right now, we have one other exciting thing that is now not in the. Well, I guess it's kind of in the books. It's not resolved, but it's like we now know the result, and that is the end of our Player of the Year. The results that I just read off from Commerce finally made their way into the Hendon Mob, so I was finally able to update the Player of the Year, um, uh, you know, standings and get some quasi-official stats going up. So we've already done it on our Twitter, I think, and definitely on our Instagram with Frank. So we will on the show now officially congratulate Mr. Elvin Santos. What is we're going for nicknames, right? We're trying to come up with nicknames. Are we officially calling him? Does he call himself the Dominican? Is that his nickname? What does he go by?
Frank. I'm seeing Frank like that, and I really like that name, so I'm probably gonna go with Dominican's right.
All right. So until Elvin tells us otherwise, the Dominican Elvin Santos, our inaugural, very first Player of the Year, wins it fairly comfortably by 600 points. Way to go, Elvin. This is a very, very impressive win. And we've got in second place here, making a late push, Franklin, our number one field reporter. And with Derek's sickness, he was able to catapult him by over 200, 1, 2, 3, nearly 300 points, over 250 points at the end here, making some strong finishes. Truly earning that Commerce Pro title. Honestly, earning it more than they deserve. But Frank is crushing it right now. And
what a series Frank had at the circuit. That was insane.
Frank cashed almost every event.
And when you look at the body of work of like even the top 5, it's like really crazy, like how well we all did. Like I had a fantastic year, and end of last year, and then Elva just beat all of that. Right. And Frank's like crazy series.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's just talk a little bit more about this probably the top 10 here. So then Derek, it was Derek and Elvin going into the circuit, but with that push, Frank was able to sneak in between. Derek, very strong finish still, 37.83. And then we have a little bit of controversy here, honestly, between second and third, because we have Mr. Paul Wynn down here. 32.60 was his final score. However, for some reason, all of his results from the bike over the past year, maybe forever, I don't know, go in as PHOUC win. And, the rules stated you have to be in Hendon, and that's how I'm going to be doing the updates. So your points are separated. But if we add in the results of PHOUC win, which I am pretty confident is Paul, he actually ends up in, what did I say, in third place instead of you, Derek? He jumps you, and he ends up with around 39, around 3,900 points. But standings as they are, we had Rick also making a really strong push up here. I believe he was right around 10th place before the circuit, and he pushed his way into 4th with 3,300 points. Way to go, Ricky Mickey. I like Ricky Mickey, even though his name is Mesha Mill. It's just like there's enough eyes in there, enough. I'm going with that for now, even though it's wrong. So I'm gonna try and make that stick. Way to go, Ricky Mickey, getting it up there. 5th place, like I said, maybe 5th, maybe 3rd. Paul, he was killing it. He was on top of the standings for a little while. 6th place, no surprise to anyone, Mike Escondiari. This guy is the all-time cash leader in several of the casinos around town. He's probably like one of the godfathers of the LA Blaster prototype here. He's everywhere. 7th place, another strong push near the end of the year. Uncle Paul, he wasn't near the top of the standings at all until near the end, so way to go, Paul. 8th place, Beth Hall. I think we're trying to get, you're trying to make it stick. Beth the Star Hall.
Her name.
The only lady in the top 10 of our standings, and she has been there more or less, or dancing around there for most of the year. So very consistent, very strong finish for Beth. Way to go. 9th place, Alex Farahi. He may be the person who, I'm not positive, but he may have played the fewest events of anybody in LA in this top 10, if you ask me. I feel like he really doesn't grind the smaller events like at all, and he leaves town, probably goes to Vegas a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if he played the fewest events of anyone in this top 10. Maybe him, maybe Ricky, who knows. And then 10th place, rounding out our top 10, Mark Fiorentino, Mr. Double Banners himself. If all of the series of the year were all held at the bike, there's no doubt Mark would have won by a landslide, but lucky for the rest of us, they were not. So that is our top 10, a very strong top 10. And if you look at the rest of this list, I'm sure you recognize all the locals. I fell pretty far in the second half of the year. I kind of faded in the second half of the year, and that's all right. 23rd is still pretty respectable. I'm totally okay with that. And you can see this is a very, very good company to be keeping in the LA scene, if you ask me. So,
yeah, it's like a who's who.
All right. So let's just take a quick look here at the year Mr. Elvin Santos has had. So if you take a look just for the past 2 years here, so 2025 and 2024. So 2025, this is all within the rankings. He's made $540K in Hendon cashes. In 2024, he had 486. Half of that will have, on average, will be in the year that we're tracking. So roughly in the year we're tracking, he's cashed for around 800K. So that's a pretty good year of poker. And if we take a look, let's just take a look at some of his March, December. I mean, look, he's just got pages and pages of cashes from last September here. Here we go. And the criteria to be a blaster, right, around LA is for them to be in LA. And we have Commerce 9th, 13th, and 14th, right? Commerce, Gardens, the bike. Look at these pages and pages. Now, these WPTs, World Circuit, obviously, Commerce, we're good. All of these results, these are all big results from LA, from here to here. We've got final table. So, no wonder he got out to a hot start. Up here in 2024, same. And then he took a quick break to just grab 150 grand from the WPT. Doesn't count for our series, but nice to keep the bankroll flowing so they can make sure he stays on top of the rankings. But then we get back here to, it looks like in January he spent a little time in Vegas and on the East Coast, but then he comes back. To LA, just starts crushing it again. We have LAPC, final table, second place. We have SoCal Special, wins the deep stack. We've got final table, monster stack. We've got final table, other circuit event. I mean, what a year Alvin had. Way to go.
It's funny too. I was like disappointed my 140K score or whatever. WPT didn't count, but then like he just had it on 100 and whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's totally fair. Going everywhere, just crushing it every place. It's totally well deserved. So way to go. And not only do we have the results, the trophy has come in. If you didn't get on Instagram or see our picture, we have the trophy in. We have it ready for Mr. Elvin, and we are still working out when to give it out. I know when I want to give it out. We need to go and just coordinate that with the folks over there and hope it's still fine. Look, Larry, I know you're going to be listening eventually. Jeff, you're listening. Talk to the boys, talk to Jeff, talk to the bike. If we could have the mic for 5 minutes, we would love to give this out at Legends. I think that would be really appropriate.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So I think that would be what our goal would be, maybe during, we'll find out when he's going to be there, maybe during one of the Millions flights or something. And I got it right here, guys. This is the box. I know it looks backwards to you because of the way our video is, but we got it. We're taking good care of it. I'll hang on to that until we hand it out. Very exciting, though. All right. So what else is going on, man? Around LA, not a lot. Let's stop in at the World Series. Now, it's, the World Series, the app is amazing, but it's the website, the World Series website itself is now so bare bones. It's so hard to find coverage easily and what's happening really easily. So that's kind of annoying. So I'm over here on Poker News looking for the results there. So let's just quick skim through those guys. Here we go, talking about the Mystery Millions pull. Now this man here, the other person who pulled the Mystery Millions bounty, that guy, he's a young dude. I think he maybe made a good run last year and something, but he's a young man. I fear for him with all of that money after his interview. He was the one whose advice to Vegas was, hey, if you are a stripper, make sure you're working tonight. So, yeah, I mean, that's fun. It's a funny personality thing, but let's go. I don't know. We got Mr. Dan Heimiller, who won his third bracelet. He's a well-known poker figure. Martin Cabral causing trouble as usual. He was playing that final table right behind one of my day one tables for the Mr. Millions, and yeah, we heard him every now and then. It was pretty standard. Mr. Benny Glazer getting his bracelet number 6. That guy is pretty freaking good at these mixed games, huh?
Yeah, man.
And I think probably the most exciting thing that's gone on is that this week is Mr. Negreanu getting heads up for a bracelet, but he did not win, unfortunately. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Got
fell
second.
just short.
But that's going to be good for the vlogs. It's going to keep him motivated and fired up all summer long, I'm sure. Artur Matrosian wins the 25K Heads Up Championship. So just more proof that it is a highly skilled game, that Heads Up game they play, because this is one of the best in the world, man. Congrats there. I want to say that's his first bracelet. Is that true? Let's see. Where's he going to say? He defeated Jeremy Osmus in the first round, then he beat Fares Jaka, Kevin Rabichal, Chance Cornuth, and Patrick Leonard. I mean, come on. That's
I think actually, I think it's 3 bracelets.
okay. That is not easy to do, man. That is not easy to do at all.
That guy's a beast. I mean, when I watch him play the high rollers, like he really is just this.
It's a machine, right?
He almost just feels like a refined version of a Damo, where Damo can be like extremely stewy, but Mark Rosian, like he's just this very controlled aggression, very obviously theoretically sound, scary player.
Nice.
Very scary player.
Nice. Yeah, and then as we already mentioned, Mr. Kenneth Kim taking down the deep stack as far as LA is concerned. Hey, look at that. LAPC, for some reason, I'm getting an ad on Poker News for something that's already gone by. Very cool. So yeah, but as far as the experience so far goes, you haven't yet played an event, but I got to tell you, you're going to love the app. The app was phenomenal. It was even great for registering for those satellites, for registering for deep stacks upstairs, for getting money in and out, for everything. It's fantastic. The only downside is here at the beginning part of the series is when you're in line. If you are in line trying to just register in cash, you have to wait for the people in front of you to figure out the app, make sure the app's right, get the app figured out, get verified, which can be really fast if you do it all correctly ahead of time. And they have people in line, WSOP has people in line trying to help, or is it GG now? I'm not sure. They have to. They're there helping, but if it's a little slower, they're not doing it. Like it's just extra time. But once people are all set up with the app, once you're in a line of people who've already played something, it's gonna be amazing. And yeah, so let's talk a little more about the app. I have used it a bit, and Jeremy and Frank have been using it all week as well. So whoever No Way is out there, it does not charge fees to me. What it looks like. I didn't use PayPal. I just used the credit card feature. You have to get verified when you do it, and then that one card is the only one you can use until you get verified again. What it looks like is like if you ever go online and you buy something from a website that is like based somewhere else, it'll show up as a foreign transaction. And honestly, it's kind of similar to when you buy like global chips or something, it'll show up as a foreign transaction, but like I'm not actually in a foreign country, so I'm not getting any foreign transaction fees. It shows up as a foreign transaction from what's the country? It's not Manila. When you see it, it makes sense, but it shows up from NSYS, right? From the GG site, from the GG company. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but it's how you spell it, right? NSYS. And yeah. Yep, so no fees. So I was able to charge. I charged a couple of my entries, and I'm going to earn my points for that. I'm going to earn my cash back. It's going to be great. It's like getting a couple % off of my buy-ins. It's awesome. And yeah, so I highly recommend that. You do need to get verified once, though. So for every kind of entry or whatever, you do need to be verified one time. So like I said, even if you're paying in cash, what you're going to do is you go up to the window, and they'll say, hey, did you download the app? Show me your app, right? And you'll do your ID, you'll do the app, you'll buy in. When I bought in, I did do a rebuy in cash because it was there. The line wasn't too bad, and it's so nice. You go up, you show them your ID, you give them the money, and then there's no papers going back and forth. There's no little kiosk printing out those slips for you. There's no paper being handed to you. There's no things getting, there's no, you just get an alert on your phone, and you tap your app, and you hit the page that says like my information or whatever, and you see your table, and they show you your table just like it's an online poker table. They show you your seat. You got your little avatar. You username. You see the username, and by username, almost everybody, it's switched over to their real name. You see everybody's name who's seated around your table, so you don't have to do any kind of like fancy lookup. It's like even for your day one tables, usually you can only get that info for your day two redraws, and you have to do a lot of work to look up the names and seed them around your table. But no, it's all right there. It's right there in your and you can look up everybody's. I think it was getting a little bit laggy, a little bit choked up on the really big events, like when I tried to load the full list for the Mystery Millions or something. But I think for these smaller events, especially, it's probably totally fine. And you can just grab anybody. Now, the dealers are supposed to be the ones that put your chip stack sins on break, so that's a whole nother story. As awesome as the app is, the dealers are, I want to say, I feel like the new dealers feel newer than they did last year. I don't know what it is, like just the mechanics and the like last year I felt like the dealers weren't very good. The one, obviously there's a mix, right? You still have it's like 50-50 dealers who are kind of experienced and dealers who are new. And the new dealers last year, to me, and maybe it's because I didn't go on the first week, maybe that helped. Last year I don't think I showed up until week 3. But this year, like literally, the dealers were pushing the pots the wrong way. They were they weren't confident when the hand was over and when they're supposed to put the deck down and push the pot and stuff. Let alone all the videos floating around on Twitter and whatnot of how fast, as in not fast, the dealers are doing shuffles. One time I was watching the dealers because you do need to watch the dealers, unfortunately. And one time I did say, hey, stop, sorry, you didn't shuffle enough. They did riffle, and then they were about to cut it and start shuffling. Like, you only riffled twice, and you didn't even, like, wash. You took the other guy's hand. You like, took the winning hand and the flop, you put it on top. You riffled twice, and then you were about to cut and deal. I'm like, stop. He's like, oh, I have to keep shuffling. That's right. So they started over. So you do need to be aware for a while, and you do need to be patient and help the dealers, which is unfortunate, but it is the reality with the logistics of something like this, right? But, man, that app, the speed at which people get seated, the speed at which you can get seated. Do you know? Just imagine being in an event the size of the Mystery Millions, being way out there in the horseshoe by the streaming stage and busting, and being able to just stand up, tap some buttons on your phone, and then see your new seat and just walk to it.
No, not have to stand in line. It's awesome.
No line, no cash, no printouts, no alternate, no nothing. And the alternate lists are getting seated so fast. I think Jeremy was saying there was like over 300 people on the alternate list, and he got through in like 35 minutes or something, 40 minutes.
You don't have to like sit in line waiting for like chips and everything.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like WSOP is so far ahead in terms of just process and technology. They've been this way for years. It's unfortunate that you probably won't see that not only in LA, but most local casinos would never even get this close. But it would be great if some of these things start trickling down a little bit to some of the local rooms.
It would be super nice is if they started. I wonder, with buying the World Series Poker, right? That means that GG owns the Circuit series as well. So if they do, that'd be pretty cool if they could start trickling, usage of the app and stuff through. Probably not, because the payments go to the casinos.
It's like upgrading all the systems and everything too. There's no way.
I mean, no. All they need to do really is bring all the tablets, but the tablets are bolted into the tables here. I mean, it's a lot to ask to bring the tablets.
I think it's like their entire registration system. So I think like when you tie that into how commerce or like most track finance, I bet like all the back rooms. There's no way.
Yeah, it would have to be completely. I mean, it'd be completely independent from the way that they're doing it now. It'd be like whatever you guys do now for your tournament registration, you're not using that. You're going to use this, right?
I bet it probably like violates some sort of like.
That could be the gaming laws. Yeah. Each state has to inspect all of your stuff and improve it.
I don't even think. I just think California's going to be stupid about it.
No, I bet California can use Poker Atlas, which is essentially the same thing. So, I'm pretty sure they use that up at Thunder Valley. Yep. So, in that vein, the turnout for some of these early events, especially the Mystery Millions, has been very favorable. The turnout for Mystery Millions, I believe it beat last year's turnout, right? So our kind of musings and potential side bet that we never got around to making, so far it's looking good for you as far as number of entries go. Now, I still would like to see the number of unique people that exist here, because I really think that this app and the logistics that it's improved could really have a very real impact on snap rebuys on the speed. Being able to get through 350 alternates in 40 minutes instead of 2 hours. I don't know what the actual numbers are, but like if that's something you can do, that is huge for
Yeah.
being able to get those people through,
I mean,
because half
it's
of those
probably
people will bust and re-enter.
I would say it's probably responsible for somewhere in the neighborhood of like a 5% uptick, just because all the people that were rebuying are just getting in there a little bit faster. But I mean, the way that you and other people are talking about was going to be like these massive declines. I even think Elvis had put out some crazy like 9,000 number or something for the main event. I'm just like, guys, like the people that are, like I said, this is the last time we talked about this. Like people that are coming for the World Series are just gonna come for the fucking World Series. This isn't like a tourism thing. They'll
Yeah,
fucking
it
find a
is a
way.
destination thing. It is a particular thing. Like I said, I think that the app is helping a lot. I would really like to see the unique numbers. So the main event will be a good litmus test, unless GG started running infinite satellites and like packages when they bought it or something. That is affecting things. But it's good though. I mean, no matter what, it's good for poker players to get more folks in there. It's good to get more entries. The only thing that's bad is that the only downside is if you have no self control, and being able to rebuy so quickly is going to hurt you.
That's why I'm saying it's probably like a 5% uptick because people have budgets, and I think we're just basically making lines move like 60-70% faster or something. So it's probably responsible for 5% more. So
Yeah, and honestly, it could be. I mean, it can be faster than 60 or 70%. Like once you're verified, I mean, it's not just the line process. It's literally no line, right? I mean,
you just king for your table is crazy.
yeah. Every day when I was going in there, I would drive in, and one day I bought my ticket early, which was just basically doing the buy-in, but you're not seated. And every day I would, as I'm coming down the escalators of the garage, but before I have to decide whether I go left to Paris or right to Horseshoe or whatever, I clicked take my seat, and then it would assign me a seat on my way down the escalator, and then I would walk to the seat. So like that is, I mean, everybody can do that at the same time. It's insane. So, I mean, on the one hand, it's insane because we're used to the way it works. And on the other hand, like why, like we've had this technology for a long time. It's about freaking time, but having it is so nice. Oh my goodness. I don't, what really gets me is, that this happened in a lot of, and this would happen in like, if for some reason Commerce had the ability to do this, you had to convince people, you absolutely know people would say, but what about people who don't have a cell phone or a smartphone? What about people who don't have the technology? What about people who don't want to use it? It's like, they're buying into $1,000 plus tournament multiple times. They have a smartphone. If they don't, you don't want their business. Oh, I think you're muted still, Derek. Unmute.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time anybody's seen a poker player without a cell phone?
Right.
Like, when was the last time?
Yeah, our problem is we can't get the poker players to put the smartphones down. So you can assume everybody has them.
Right.
Yeah. And that's just been the same for so many things. It's like, look, guys, at this point, especially with this market, it's you're there. It's fine. They have a smartphone. How else are they going to get a hold of their crypto? I mean, come on. Everybody's got it. So yeah, the app has been amazing, and that's a game changer. Every big series needs to be either using Poker Atlas to do something like it or doing this themselves, right? So kudos to them, kudos to GG and all that. If they're the reason they were able to push it harder, I don't know, but that is fantastic. All right. Well, let's see. I want to talk about the app. Negron, you got second. All right. So as far as other World Series stuff, so you're there now. You have any tips for folks coming? Driving or flying? I know you fly. Would you still fly if you were going to stay up there for multiple weeks? Would you want to bring your own car, or what would be the plan?
No, because I don't really leave the property because all I've been doing is bracelet hunting literally all the time. And I think just the parking fees are so insane for staying for that long that it's just not like worth it. Although I think I'm diamond now, so maybe I get free parking.
If you're diamond, you should have
But then
free
you read,
parking.
yeah, but then you just read all these stories of like people can't even get in on the lot. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
It just seems like bad.
When
And
I,
also the drive. It's. I mean, it's nice to have Los Angeles that close to Vegas, but it's still a really painful drive to the desert, especially coming home. If you're coming home at like the same time, it's just it's really brutal.
yeah, I still don't find the drive that brutal, but I did a lot of those drives driving back and forth from college and back and forth to my home on the East Coast, so I'm kind of used to that. The parking though, for sure. The nice thing was that it was getting out of the lot on one of the nights was so bad that they eventually just opened all the gates and left them open. So
I mean, you have to, right? Like,
yeah,
um, yeah, I
yep.
mean, how much would it possibly cost you to fix the problem? I don't understand.
Things were
Please.
backed up pretty badly. Well, you know how people are at those gates, right? I mean, even I have sometimes have trouble with them. You're trying to do a thing, you put the ticket in, you put the other thing in, doesn't work. Even just right there, starting over again, you're sitting there for now at least a minute plus, and now you've got cars backed up behind you, and then you just multiply that times
Yeah.
every car. Just a
I
little
love,
bit
I
busy.
love,
It's
I love just hammering my horn when somebody's just stuck at the gate for more than about like 20 seconds.
uh,
Just like, what is it that you're doing right
yeah,
now? And I just
super. Yeah.
there.
Oh, the when I was sitting there waiting before they lifted the gates, the people in both of the cars in front of me, someone got out and went and tried to like help the person scan or do whatever, and it didn't work. It was weird. I was wondering like, what are you doing? What are you going up there for? Do you have like a diamond card and you're just gonna try and swipe him out or something? Or but the gate didn't open for either of them, so they both just went up there to like see what he was doing.
I also get irrationally upset at people who can't figure out like self checkout at the grocery store. I'm just like, why did you get online if you're having this much trouble with it? Just
Yeah,
go to
but
the
the
cashier.
problem with these machines is like as soon as there's one hiccup, they oftentimes you just kind of have to start over, like I said, and then you just wasted a bunch of time. It's really annoying. But
Like
that's the point.
really,
That's the point. That's why you get hung up. That's why you get backed up, right? Um, yeah. So I will. Let's see. You're coming back when, and then you're gonna go back next for the monster stack, right? It's a couple weeks.
I'm gonna do the Millie Maker and the Monster Stack, so whichever one comes first.
I
So I'll be back here actually next week.
I want to say the monster stack is first, but yeah, they're right back to back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yes,
it?
I'll be back on next week.
Are they right in a row in that is it Millie Maker, Monster Stack, and then right after that it's the main event, or is there a week off?
There's a week off because I am going home and I'm going back to the main.
There's
So
a
I
week
think in
off.
between is
If only there was a way to
oh,
tell
it's the mini main.
like a
It's the mini
schedule.
main.
Oh, that's on the weekend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the mini main's in
All
between
right.
the Monster Stack or Millie Maker and the main.
So the Millie Maker's on June 20th weekend. June 20th. So that sounds like 2 weeks from now. So yeah, I'm guessing Colossus or Monster Stack must be 2 weeks, and then
Yep.
the Tony. Yep. So oh no, you know what it is? It's the Gladiators. You definitely won't be around for that.
Oh,
Yep.
wait, what the Gladiators one?
The $300 one.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
I forgot that there was one smaller than the Colossus, or
Yep.
is the Colossus the smallest? I don't know
No,
which
no,
one.
the Gladiator's smallest.
Jesus.
So you will
Jesus.
not be there for that. But the mini main is also that June 29th week. But I want to say that's not a
Good for them.
weekend.
Give away a bracelet for a $300 tournament.
It's not
All
giving
good.
away. You got to make it through you got to make it
20,
through so many people.
5,000 people.
Yeah, you got to make it through so many people. Um, yeah, June 20th. Yeah, I think the mini main starts on like a Monday or something. So that's why yeah, I've always liked the idea of it, but I'm like it's like day ones are on the weekday. Not doing that. Yep, and then so after that week is when the main events flights start, July 2nd. All right. All right, I see it now. I see it. Freeze outs are nice though. Maybe I'll try the mini main this year if I can find a way to get off. I don't know. We'll see.
I actually adore freeze outs now.
I wish we could get freeze outs here as well. Like shootouts and freeze outs, man. Take a shot, LA. Let's get a shootout and freeze out on these big schedules.
The problem is the depression on the prize pools, because of the lack of revives. So
Yeah, but you just have a
I
different
understand.
event, just have another event going on.
Yeah, I mean, you're asking basically an operator or a card game to take less break when
But
they have like a spot in the schedule for something. You know what I mean?
no. They
I
just
get.
have to. They just need to have statistics that say that those freeze out players go down and play cash after. That's all they
Yes.
need. If you just show
Or
them that
you
if
know
you
what?
do a freeze out, your
You know what?
cash room gets bloated, then that's all you got to do.
I have never actually complained that much when they moved like the flag out tables into the poker. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Like whatever it is you need to convince your higher ups
Yeah,
that these poker players are gonna go degenerate out, just fucking do it.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, if you can just show a stat that says when we do a freeze out, you get like X% more in the cash game room than when you do a rebuy, they'd be like, fine, do a freeze out. Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, Commerce it's smart, right? They gave out that little whatever $10 voucher or $5 whatever that was. You have to go play a
Oh
table
yeah,
game.
yeah. Yep.
Um,
You burn
yeah,
$10, right? I
yeah.
burned ten
So
bucks.
I actually didn't. I don't even know what I did with that voucher.
Oh, I burned $10.
I should have given it to one of you guys.
Yeah, I put it down on. I played my one-handed Pai Gow for the year and I lost it. No, not Pai Gow. What was
I don't
it?
even,
Baccarat.
I still don't know how to play either game.
I just put it on banker and I lost. All right. Yep. So I'm not sure when I'm going back. Honestly, I'm gonna wait till I feel better here. And as you all know, we still have some baby shopping to do and some stuff. But I'll go back at least one more week. I just haven't picked it yet. All right. Well, and what's going on around LA in the meantime, huh? Anything? Let's ask our favorite tournament director, Kevin, over at the Commerce. So what they're going to be doing this summer is revamping their daily schedule, and they'll be doing a free roll tournament as they've done in the past. But this one you earn your way into by playing these tournaments and getting points by getting buy-ins into these tournaments. So this schedule is apparently not complete because he says there will be a guarantee on every event. I'm guessing most of them will be 10K, maybe some 5Ks for the smaller weekday ones. But there will be guarantees on every event. Right now, they only have them on the ones that were pre-existing, the Saturday, Sunday. And it does look like they changed. I think they changed the Sunday one. It used to be an add-on tournament, and now it is identical, if you ask me. It looks like it's identical to the Saturday one, simply with a smaller guarantee. So hopefully that stays popular and just a lot of people show up and the guarantee doesn't matter because that Saturday tournament's a lot of fun. So they have revamped.
This graphic and these fonts just don't seem very commerce-like. I almost thought this was like a Lucky Lady tournament or something.
That is true. It does have kind of a hustler feel to it. A lot of gold, a lot of yellow. But yep, they have revamped their schedule. So now they've got, they still have their 4 o'clock event every single weekday. They still have on Saturday and Sunday, they have the deep stack. It's the same on each day. If it looks like, I'm guessing the structure on Sunday may be a tiny bit faster because people need to go to work, so it needs to end. And in addition, they have 2 earlier tournaments on the weekdays. Friday. I don't know if that counts as the weekday. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, they have earlier events. So this kind of mirrors a little bit more the structure of the tournaments they would have at the Gardens, because all of their weekday tournaments started earlier in the day. And they would still get a really good turnout. If I have no doubt it's going to be successful, especially once people get wind, right? Which day did I say? Any day, like a Wednesday, say, right? Yeah, so their Wednesday event started at 11. Their Thursday event starts at 11. So I have a feeling that's kind of what's happening here. Commerce's events always started at 4 during the weekdays, which is great. You can get there after work. But there's clearly a market for weekday tournaments that start earlier because those other events would do well. So, good luck. I won't be able to make those weekdays, but, I think I'll probably be going down there on Saturday, see what kind of crazy prize pool we can create when this is pretty much the only good event going on Saturday, to be honest, right? So I know Derek will be shooting it up. Hopefully, what days are what days is the shootout? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 2 basically flight at like noon and a flight at 5, and then after that, it's day 2, day 3.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. So you could be back in town by Saturday, Sunday. If you wanted to drop in on the daily, if you wanted to. Hey, yeah, and you'll get the points. You'll start getting these points. To go back to this promo, let's see. Oh, that's that schedule again. Why did he put it there twice? The promo, you get 2 points for the $250 buy-in events, and you get 1 point for all the other events. You get the points look like they're purely based on buy-ins, and you get 10 points to qualify for this free roll, and you can get up to 6,000 points if you get up to 60 points, and every point after that, you're going to get 100 more chips. So it looks like, so you earn chips in increments of 1,000 until you have 60 points, at which point you just start getting 100 chips a point. So, all right, Derek's on the move. They need your table.
I'm listening.
Yep, so you just need 10 points minimum to earn your way into this free roll, which will be on Sunday, September 7th. So if you are a daily player, I know one man who's going to be there almost certainly with a full stack, Mr. George Helu. But, for everyone else, it only takes 10 points to get in. So take your shot. All right, let's see here. All right, well, you got any other words of wisdom for folks coming to Vegas, or anything else about the thing before we talk about the remaining things happening around town for those of us who are back home this weekend?
No, everyone send your run good that I will win a bracelet in this shootout, and also that the power will come back on in the Versailles Tower before I go back up there.
Hey, but if you had to pick one or the other, right?
Bracelet.
Yeah, of course. So don't waste too much time wishing for the power to come back on. Let's just use it all on the bracelet, guys. He can sweat it out for a night.
Use the power the right way.
He can sweat it out for one. All right. So I think that means it's time for the roundup, guys. All right, so we already talked about what's going on at Commerce this weekend. They have their schedule all set up. So let's take a look over here at Hollywood Park. So this weekend at Hollywood Park, they will be doing their regular events. Doesn't look like there's any special events over at the complex. So everything is on the Friday Bounty, the Saturday and Sunday 10K bankroll builders as normal over there. So if you are a Hollywood Park player, hop on in. Over here at Lucky Lady, they have their regular events for the week, which is the 10K guarantees on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are later in the day. 6 p.m. Friday, 3 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. However, it looks like they have announced a Liz Flint Summer Poker Classic for June 27th through July 13th. So for the kind of around the main event-ish time period. And this Summer Poker Classic is going to feature a 100K guarantee, $235 buy-in event. So that should be fun for everyone sticking around. And it's going to have a massive number of day ones, 12% advance to day two. And there will be a double bag bonus where you can win $1,000 for your double bag off of your $235 buy-in, which actually is a pretty good double bag bonus, to be honest. So $235 buy-in. That's like good 4x, so it's not too bad. I mean, that's pretty good. So yeah, that will be going on the entire week of July 8th through July 13th. And then it will kick off with a Saturday 30K tournament on June 28th. I guess it technically kicks off on the 27th with a 20K guarantee, which is also pretty big for Lucky Lady. I mean, this is Lucky Lady. So stay tuned. We'll keep letting you know about that. But this thing starts at the end of June. Mark your calendars, guys, if you're going to be around and you like playing at Lucky Lady. Aside from that, we have the regular weeklies happening down at the Gardens. Despite us not knowing what's happening down there, I'm sure they're still getting a good turnout. And as we already pointed out, the tournament schedule over at Commerce is slightly modified. Oh, wait, do they have their... I see, June 8th, they did have their... I clicked on the wrong one. Sorry, guys. They do have the guarantees up. Like I said, 5Ks for most of these daily events. The Friday event, they actually have that same Monster Stack kind of buy-in level and chip stack. They're doing the Monster Stack Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, basically. The Friday one has a 15K guarantee. The night one has a 10K guarantee. And they've upped the Sunday guarantee to 20K, so that's pretty cool. Saturday and Sunday, every week normal tournaments have pretty decent guarantees with that 50K starting stack. So those are going to be fun events, guys. I will see you down there.
Yep.
All right. Hey, well, that's all we got for you. Derek's got to get to sweating it out in his sauna. He's got to get rested up for the big day tomorrow.
I'm actually going to run over and get Jeremy his hoodie right now and then put some money in my online account, and then I'm going to go and just cross my fingers that the power's back on.
You're on your laptop and not on your phone, though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, my phone's actually almost dead, too, so yeah, I got some problems over here.
Dang. Because if you're on your phone, I'd say you should have stayed on and ran over there live. You could have done a little live reporting, but it's a little hard to do with a laptop.
Oh, yeah. I should have done that.
Well. Yeah. Little hard to do with your laptop, but with your phone, could have definitely ran around, did some live reporting. We'll have to, you and Frank, and if I come back down there, we'll have to try and get some clips with people to put up on the Instagram or to shoot around. Would have been fun. Maybe next time we're doing these episodes, one of us will be there, and, you get your phone all charged up. We'll run around and see what we can find. I know when I was walking around last week, I saw at least 20 folks from LA. There's one at every single table every time I sat down, and then just bumping into them everywhere in the halls. So it's fun times. Poker summer camp indeed. All right, that's all I got for you. Unless you're in Vegas, you're not going to see Vegas. You're not going to see Derek, and unless you're coming to Commerce this weekend, you're not going to see me. But between the two, that pretty much covers everything you can do for LA. So I hope you're enjoying your summer. If you're not at one of those places, that is, and if you are, we'll see you at the tables.
See you at the tables, everyone.